Dahlia, here's a look at one of your slalom training runs this past weekend on Ego.
Dahlia. Neat line for Dahlia. Really good line for Dahlia.
All right, as you heard Coach Peter saying on the radio, really good line for Dahlia, and that is a correct statement. And I mentioned to Peter that this day that you're really starting to figure things out, which is really cool to see. Right? Came in here, cross-blocking the exit, right? And you're bringing turn shape back to the pole. You're ahead of it, right? Right? Look at that. That's a great looking photo right there. You got direction done. Skis heading off to the next, above the next gate, the next apex. We're going to be starting that turn. Level shoulders. Pole plant. Great job. You know, to me it looks a little bit two-footed, meaning we had both skis. If we narrow that stance just a little bit, a few inches, I think we'll be able to find that outside ski a little bit more. Right? But really nice job. Ideally we'd want to roll up those skis, a little higher edge angle. Remember we were doing that free skiing the same day in the morning, right? You got to show your coaches the bases, so we're not really rolling them up until late in the turn. We can roll them up right there and carve a little more clean at the top of the turn. You'd be a whole lot faster. Right? You eventually do roll them up, but it's towards the end of the turn down here. If we can do it up here, it'd be even better. Coming into the hairpin, looks like you did a little speed check. I don't know. No reason. Don't speed check. Just be brave. Come into that thing with some speed. Quick hands. You got to narrow the stance. This is way too wide in a hairpin. Even narrow it even more than what your normal stance is. Narrow it. Quick little feet through. Right? We got to look for speed through here. Now, as I said, we look for speed in a hairpin, but of course sometimes we'd have to have a lot of shape coming out. So I'm not saying to run hairpins all straight, right? There wasn't a ton of offset coming out here, so we could have run this one a little straighter than you did. You had a lot of kind of the speed check, shape in, shape out. This one didn't need quite as much. Good looking stand, level shoulders. The one thing, hands up nice, all looks good. Not much in the ankle flexion department. So we're kind of neutral to maybe even on our heels, right? We don't want to see those shins like that, right? And not straight up and down, right? So yank the feet back. But again, like Peter said, great line. You were ahead of the course. Turn shape back, pole plant, the whole way down. And like I told him, we're starting to figure some things out. So let's play with a little bit of a narrower stance, right? So we get more foot to foot and less being two-footed, right? Narrow that stance. Let's take some risks. Let's try to carve and clean the top of the turn, higher edge angles at the top of the turn, right? And in flushes or hairpins, really narrow that stance, right? But great job. Love to see the progress.